y'all go and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell. We're going to talk about Halloween and the history of how the church created Halloween. The church created Halloween. Bet you didn't know that. So, but first we're going to talk about the Scottish, the Celts. They have a celebration on October the 31st called Samhain, you know, back in the 1600s, 1500s. And, you know, but before that, the church created All Saints Day. The Roman Catholic Church created All Saints Day on 609 AD. The church, you know, converges on pagan traditions and bring them into the, you know, history of Christianity in order to convert pagans over to Christianity. Because at first, if you was considered a witch, like anything, you know, any little small thing, if you was too antisocial, you know, and you acted a little too different and didn't socialize with the people, they would consider you a witch. And see, if you was get called as a witch, if you go watch that movie 1492, you will see as soon as it come on, they burning people at the stake immediately. You know, bonfires, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But to convert pagans over to Christianity and without having to burn them at the stake, the Inquisitions and all of that, 609 AD, the church brings upon All Saints Day to honor all the dead, you know. And the Christians adopted pagan religions in order, you know, to convert the people so they would not try, you know, still be into all the paganism rituals which they considered pagan. You see what I'm saying? So the Halloween come from, you know, the Celts, but before the Celts, you got the Roman Catholic Church with All Saints Day, Hallows Day. You see, All Souls Day too, which was for all the souls, and that was on November the 2nd though. But you could see the energy forming. You see, it hadn't got to October the 31st until the Samhain with the Celts. Now, so, you know, at that time, you know, Europe, it was more of vandalism where the children would go around and because throw eggs. And I remember when we was little, that's what it was more predicated to, was vandalism, to where we would, you know, I remember one time on Halloween, and it was just getting dark right before, because we used to go trick or treat actually at night. Today you can't really do that because the world is too dangerous. Too many people go missing, you know, at night. But we out, and you know, we pulling pranks and some dangerous stuff too, some vandalism type stuff. You know, we was real young, we 10, stuff like that. Now my partner, my homeboy, we grew up with, it's about 4, 5, 6 of us. You know, we was, you know, pulling stuff in the road, and the cars would come up, had to go around it. So we did that 4 or 5 times, didn't nothing happen. So the last one we did, my partner, he pulled one of them big wooden slabs that be on the railroad track. One of those was laying in the ditch, and him and one of my homeboys was he was like wanting him to pull it into the road for the next car to come up. And it's dark now. It's about 8. It's dark. And you know, we had been throwing eggs at cars that day and all of that. So, you know, and my partner, we like, well, we about to go trick or treating. So, and this on the back street. So he make an effort to pull that big chunk of wood into the road, right? And the next car that came, it actually hit the joint. I'm talking about it hit it hard too. It was like boom, 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 boom. So, you know, we ran, and, you know, we went trick-or-treating that day, the rest of that night, and didn't even think about it. You know, we that night we kept throwing egg, doing all kind of mischievous things. Now this what was going on in Europe, and I'm gonna come back to my man in a second. In Europe, they was doing the exact same thing. They was, going up to people's house, egging them. You know what I mean? Going when you had a mask on, and at that time they would just, get tattered up clothes and wear them. You know what I mean? At that time with these festivals. So, they would go around, throwing rocks at cars, burning down buildings. And we'll talk about that too in a minute. But, so my partner come to find out the next morning though, it was his mom's that hit the big railroad wood. Y'all know which ones I'm talking. It's like that deep dark brown that they lay down with the railroad track. It was his mom's that hit it. You see what I'm saying? And it was crazy. We was like, we was shocked when we heard that. But anyway, in Europe, this is what was happening. So it was a more vandalism holiday. So what the church had to do was to calm all the, violence that was, and vandalisms and stuff that was going on. And they're like, they knocked on your door for trick or treat and you didn't give them no candy or nothing, yo, your house is getting egg, rock stone through your window. You see what I'm saying? And, so, and that would be eventually went into the Americas with Halloween. All Saints Day, though, is the one Christianized or brought in the pagan holidays up under the umbrella of Christianity in order to convert Christians. Now, when the Christian Puritans get to America, they try to stomp out All Hallows Day. And before we get to that, though, hold on, before we get to the Puritans Christians in America, you got a man by the name of Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes. Now, this man was charged for trying to burn down the House of Lords in England. You see what I'm saying? In the 1600s. And, he was charged with it and guilty, and they hung him and, like a slave. Now, anybody at that time, I told y'all they was in England, they was burning people at the stake. I'm coming in a minute, honey. Hold on. That's it. I'll fix it. Sit down right quick. Sit down right there. Now they was burning people at the stake at that time. So the people of England would celebrate Guy Fawkes Day with, a big burning. You see what I'm saying? A big burn, a firewood. You know what I'm saying? A bonfire. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the traditions that went into Halloween. But also, you got a man by the name of Jack O'Lantern, which was an old man that used to carve up potatoes and, put a little light in it and walk around. And he was accused, so-called, of kidnapping children. At least that's one of the legends. You know what I'm saying? The children was going missing in his name. And what was crazy, today we got the jack-o'-lantern carved out of a pumpkin. You see, but it's an actual man called Jack O'Lantern. You see, which, he was, I guess, poor or whatever, a street person. But the church brought Halloween, which is All Saints Day, or Hallows Eve. And if you take Hallows Eve and put it with Hallows, put it together as one word, you get Halloween. You see what I'm saying? But the church, and they always say God and the devil have secret meetings. I wonder what day that is. Would it happen to be October 30th or maybe the 31st? Because the Bible say that God and the devil have secret meetings. See? And see that they telling on themselves about All Saints Day. Y'all go look that up. Drop out.